Welcome back to the Healing Poetic Podcast. I'm Keya McClain the Poet, author, speaker, journaling coach, and your hardcore healing pen coach. Before we begin today's conversation, I want to personally invite you to join my private subscriber community, Rise. Rise is where we go beyond the public conversation. It's a community for people committed to healing, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and living authentically. Inside, I share exclusive podcast episodes, guided journaling exercises, reflections, and conversations that allow us to continue this work on a deeper level. If you've been enjoying the Box in the Sky series, I'd love for you to join us. Healing isn't something we accomplish in one conversation. It's something we practice together. Now, before we jump in, imagine we're sitting together over coffee. Or maybe you've stepped outside like I often do with your journal and iced coffee, or maybe even a cigar, giving yourself permission to slow down. However, you're joining me today. Thank you. Let's have an honest conversation. Today's episode is called The Unlearning That Set Me Free: Why Healing Required Me to Leave More Than Religion. And I'm going to preface this message with nothing that I ever say is to harm, ridicule, criticize, belittle, or hurt anybody else, any person or any group of people. What I share are my truths, are my experiences. And so I recognize that all of my messaging may or may not be for everybody. So for those that have continued to return, thank you for continuing to not only support the podcast, but to show up for yourself. If you are new here, thank you for showing up. I hope that you'll stay and come in with an open mind about the messaging that I share. So I thought, if I'm honest, I thought healing was about learning. For a long time, I believed growth meant collecting more information. Read another book, take another class, listen to another podcast, go to another conference, find another teacher. And don't get me wrong, education surely changed my life. I've invested thousands of dollars into coaches, courses, therapy, retreats, books, conferences, and experiences. I absolutely love learning. But one day, healing asked me to do something much harder. Not learn, unlearn. And that was terrifying. Most of us don't realize we're living inside inherited beliefs until we begin asking questions, not rebellious questions, honest questions. Questions like, do I actually believe this? Or have I simply repeated it for years? Who taught me this? Does this still align with the woman I've become? Those questions changed my life. People sometimes think my story is about leaving church. It isn't. Leaving church was one of many decisions. The real work came afterward, because I realized I hadn't only inherited religious beliefs, I'd inherited beliefs about womanhood, marriage, success, forgiveness, leadership, motherhood, grief, worthiness, rest, sexuality, spirituality, money, even God. Healing wasn't asking me to reject everything. Healing was inviting me to examine everything. And there's a difference. Unlearning isn't rebellion. I think people misunderstand unlearning. They think it's rejecting everything you were taught. It's not. It's becoming curious enough to ask, what still serves me? Some beliefs become stronger. Some became softer. Some completely fell away. Not because someone convinced me, because they no longer aligned with my lived experience. You see, healing gave me permission to trust both my mind and my spirit. Boundaries weren't my first lesson. People often ask me about boundaries, but here's what I've realized. Boundaries weren't my first lesson. Discernment was. Because once I became more discerning, boundaries became obvious. I no longer needed to force them. I simply noticed, this nourishes me. This drains me. This aligns. This doesn't. Boundaries became less about keeping people out and more about honoring what I'd worked so hard to build within myself. Now, this is big right here. This is huge because this is the part that other people will internalize for sure. Because as I just stated, people hear about boundaries or they see you implementing boundaries and they naturally interpret it to mean you're trying to push me out. You're trying to disconnect from me. They're internalizing it while also making it about themselves. It's more about honoring the work that if you're the person that hasn't been healing, if you're the person that hasn't been doing the work, you're going to look at other people doing that work and you're going to feel like this is a personal attack against you. For the person that's doing the work, all they are doing is honoring the work that they've put in. And if you are the person that's listening that is not doing the healing work, that has not been doing the healing work, that refuses to do the healing work, you are going to internalize other people's decisions and other people's actions. That doesn't hurt the other person. That hurts you. So you getting upset, you projecting, you becoming passive aggressive, that is not hurting them because they are detaching from you. They're disconnecting. They're honoring themselves. They're going to take care of themselves. So you're only harming yourself. This is something that you have to sit with and you have to examine about yourself. If you're doing the work, you can understand and relate to what I'm saying because you've been doing the work and all you truly care about is ensuring that you don't undo the work. You're protecting the work that you've put in. Detachment isn't disconnection. That is a word that gets misunderstood a lot. When I say that to people, I can see the cringe on their face. I can see the misunderstanding on their face. I can feel the energetic shift when I say, well, I'm detached from that situation. I don't attach to things. People automatically assume detached means cold, unloving, emotionally unavailable. That is not what healthy detachment means to me. Healthy detachment says, I can love you without carrying your life. I can care about you without controlling your choices. I can support you without abandoning myself. I can even wish you well, even if we no longer walk together. That's freedom. The hardest thing I unlearned is, okay, do you know what may have been the hardest thing I had to unlearn? Let me ask you that question. Can you guess? That my worth was connected to my usefulness. Ooh, child. That one almost took me out. because I was the helper, the fixer, the dependable one, the strong one, the one who figured it out, the one everybody called. Healing whispered something I'd never considered. What if you're worthy before you help anyone? Cried over that question because I didn't know who I was without being needed. Now I do. I'm simply me. The box tells us never question, never change, never evolve. The sky says growth requires curiosity. Healing requires honesty. Wisdom requires humility. And becoming yourself often requires letting go of who you thought you had to be. Someone is listening to the sound of my voice, and they are teetering back and forth. They have questions. They have doubt. There's a lack of clarity. And there's too much external noise. And again, I've said this in previous podcasts, my goal, my work is rooted. It's rooted in helping people hear their own voices. I want you to hear your own voice. We have been distracted by everybody else's voices. We've had our family growing up. We've had friends. We've had teachers. We've had other adults in our lives, even other kids as we're growing up. Then we become adults and we're reading books and we're listening to different things and different people. We're searching, we're discovering all sorts of things. But many of us, and that's okay to do. It's okay. It's okay to read. It's okay to study. It's okay to listen. It's okay to do all of those things. Where we end up facing struggles is that we can hear every other voice but our own. And when you become disconnected from yourself, that is dangerous because you start to trust others over yourself. You start to doubt the very voice that we're supposed to hear very clearly, that of our own. This is the only thing that I'm going to say about this because, I'm not here to have people think or believe anything differently. But if God is within you, shouldn't you know your voice so that you are definitely hearing from whatever God or source or creator you believe in? Because if you're listening to everything and everybody else, you're not being connected to yourself. So today, I want you to sit with these questions. I'm often saying, make sure you got a pen and paper in hand, or make sure you come back and revisit this with a pen and paper. Don't just listen. Don't just take in what I'm saying. There are people that are just listening because they want to see what I've been doing. They want to see what I've been up to, rather than listening and holding space for yourself to reflect, holding space for yourself to do the work. I don't care if you're listening because you just want to see what I'm up to, but go ahead and do the work while you're at it. Don't just be over here like, let me see what she's doing. Let me see what she's up to. Actually do the work for yourself. If nothing else, do this for yourself. I want you to sit with these questions honestly. What belief have I inherited that I've never examined? Some of us are just believing things. We've never examined it. We've never thought about it. We just took it because somebody gave it to us. Where am I defending something simply because it's familiar? What have I mistaken for truth that may actually be tradition? And finally, what part of myself is waiting on the other side of unlearning? Don't answer these questions too quickly. These are deep questions. Some of the most beautiful parts of you may still be hidden beneath beliefs that were never yours. When I started to hear from myself and become clear about what I was taking in and what I was pushing out, I became more and more better versions of myself. And I'm continuing to evolve, and I'm continuing to shed that old skin, and I'm continuing to see parts of myself that I didn't see or haven't seen in a long time. So if today's conversation resonated with you and you're ready to continue exploring healing, authenticity, emotional intelligence, and self-awareness, I invite you to join me inside my private subscriber community, Rise. Inside Rise, we continue these conversations through exclusive podcast episodes, guided journaling exercises, deeper reflections, and meaningful dialogue with a community committed to growth and authentic living. Healing isn't about becoming someone completely different. It's about having the courage to question what no longer fits and the wisdom to keep what still aligns. Thank you for spending this time with me, and to support me further, I ask that you go out to my website, keyascoaching.com, K-E-Y-A-S coaching.com. You can sign up for journaling coaching, where I work with you one-on-one, or at one of my monthly group journaling coaching sessions that I host. This is important because I create a personalized journaling prompts for you. It's specific for you and what you may need. I also have books that you can purchase, all in poetic form, that will be helpful as you continue your journey. I'm Keya McClain the Poet, your hardcore healing pen coach. Protect your peace, honor your truth, trust your intuition, and remember, the box says, never question what you've been given. The sky whispers, questioning isn't the opposite of faith. Sometimes it's the beginning of an even deeper one. I'll talk to you soon. Until next time, peace.